Alright kids, my garage is a mess, and we're going to do some work to the Q50 today. Yay! But part of my face is numb because I just went to the dentist. I can still kind of smile. Just can't feel my lip. I had to run to almost Lancaster tomorrow to go pick up my wheel that they did not fix. They did not attempt to fix it. And I might have a trade deal with a guy on a nice set of wheels for these wheels, and they're not quite as deep, so I might have to change the spacers up, but it's a really good deal on a set of really nice wheels with brand new tires. Now on top of that, these are going to be a square setup instead of a staggered. I did find a set of staggered wheels, but they needed some tires, which I have good tires, but I don't know how I would get rid of these wheels in the condition they're in, and somebody's willing to rebuild these and trade me for a nice set of wheels that they have with a little bit of cash on top, like 400 bucks. So I'm thinking that's my best route, and that's probably what we're gonna do. But this exhaust, I don't know, some of you might think it sounds good, and I don't know, I thought it sounded decent. It's too loud, way too loud, and it has test pipes on it, and that's not legal here. So we're going to do the right thing, and we're going to put some cats on it, and I think it's going to sound a lot better with them on it. I need to clean up some things. Let me clean up around here, and then we'll get the car up on the lift and see what's going on. I also got lug nuts for that Z wheel that I might not need now, but I got them. And I got that shock mount that is bent in the back, and that's the only thing that's left that's bent on this thing. And then the Nissan bolt I ordered the wrong one. I ordered the mount where it goes onto the swing arm. I need where it clamps the shock in. So it's on its way. I don't know when it's going to be here, but whatever. And I've been experimenting with hardware for mounting the body kit. Now, this is the stuff that I got. This is the hardware that I got. Not knocking it. This is really nice quality, nice stuff. But I don't like it. It's just way too aggressive. Like, they really stick out. And, like, if this was like a riveted looking fender and these went in, I think it would look a lot better. But that's not what this is. So, then I got these motorcycle bolts. Thankfully, they didn't send me how much I ordered. And they discounted me, so I got these, and they look all right. But then I got some speed nuts, and they came with hardware, and they're smaller. And I had some nylon washers here. So I ended up ordering these stainless M5 bolts, and with nylon washers, which I actually ordered white ones that'll go behind those. And I like this. So there's a rib nut in there. These are screwed in, and it just looks cleaner. It's almost like a bigger version of the rivets that are in there, but they just look a lot cleaner, especially from a distance. It's not like that is just too much. I don't like that. So that's what we're going with, and that is a lot cheaper route. These on eBay, I got 60 of these screws coming for like, wasn't even 10 bucks. Nylon washers for like $5. I got 100 of them coming. So for not even $20, probably $15, somewhere around there, I'm going to have hardware to mount this whole kit. Oh, and then the rib nuts, I ordered some of those too. I have a bunch of 5M rib nuts as well, and that's what we're going to be putting in the car, around the car. I guess while I'm at it, I should also add this. I don't know if these are going to fit. I paid $260 for these. These were listed for the old G35 and the G37. Looking them up, certain sites say that they fit and they don't. If you look 2015 up, comes up with 2015 cats that look like this that are $500. The flange is the most important part. There's a difference between, I don't know if it's a two-wheel drive or what it is. This flange is different. And I can show you that because I have the test pipes here that Max Speeding Rod sent me. Oh, there's also another difference. There's no hanger. There's no hanger on this. And this is significantly lighter. Anyways, which one would this be? Guess it would be this one. Look at the flange. You see how it's shorter. These bolts aren't as far apart. They like extended this flange, and I think they also extended the bottom flange. Well, this is how they are on my car. I know that because I had it up and I looked at it. So this wouldn't fit this. This might fit the 370, but, and I'm also might have to chop these off because I know there's no hanger up here on my car. So I'm probably just going to cut these off. No big deal. And if for some reason these don't exactly fit, Johnny's been doing a really good job TIG welding, and we're going to make these fit. But I'll let you know, because I only paid like $260 for them, and that's a pretty good deal for cats, honestly. Not OEM, but I guess OEM quality, kind of? I don't know. Alrighty then. I need to do something with this, which I got a pin in that, and it doesn't want to go up. Because of that, I'm going to have to take that out to get it up higher. I think this one, yes, this one I put up higher. So, this plastic mount right there, I can tap right into that. But that metal plate's going to go up over this and cover that. So, it's going to hold that up, really. I'm pretty sure it is. And then it's going to cover all this back here. Now, the only worry I have about that metal plate is I still see there are some bolts in here. Some of the bolts are really scraped in this. Like right there, that's a bolt and it's bent to crap. But hopefully it all lines up, this metal plate. I'd like to get it on there. But as for the exhaust, as you can see, there's that flange I was telling you about. And there's my heat wrapped headers up in there. And there's already a bolt out, so this job's already partially done. But over here, yep, same thing. And these are coming off, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So these are indeed test pipes. I figured they were. They are straight through, and that's no good. Trying to see if there's a damaged O2 sensor in one of them, but I can't see because they're so far up inside there. I'm getting a code for the heating element on one of them not working, so I don't know which one it is. But that's going to be fixed here in a minute. Let's swap these sensors over. Let me figure out which one's which first here, and then I'll swap my sensors over. It doesn't matter which sensor goes in where. They're both the same exact sensor, but they plug in different locations. So yeah, let me get these sensors out and get them on there, and we'll put them back up in the car. So you're probably wondering how they fit up, because I didn't get the video at all. Like $260 cat's wood. That's my description. I hope there's not any exhaust leaks. There probably will be. Everything's tight. I had to put longer bolts in the back because where the end of the cats ended to where the exhaust pipe started was about that much of a gap, and it pulled it together. I had to get longer bolts, and everything looks to fit fine. But yeah, I mean, I got cheap cats. That's what I got. I got cheap cats, so I can't really complain about it. But they're all in there, so I'm gonna get this thing down. We're gonna see what it sounds like. All right, so we got this thing down. I'm not done yet, so it's not the whole way on the ground yet. So I gotta squeeze my butt in here. I'm gonna clear the codes first, because that heater code would come on pretty quick, and then we're gonna start it up. I don't think this is gonna fix our O2 sensor code, because I noticed that it was sensor 1, bank 2. Okay, so the only code that came back is a sun load sensor, is what it is. I have the same exact code for the Z, and I don't have any problems. So, whatever. I'm gonna start this thing. Oh, our battery's too low. Son of a... Let me jump it. I'm about half certain we're gonna have to put a battery in this dang thing, but I guess we'll jump it for now. This is perfect timing for a product review. I got this. I was supposed to do a product review on it, and I haven't for a couple episodes here. But it's the King Boleyn BM580. This is a battery tester. It does 6 volt and 12 volt. And you just hook it to your battery, and you can test it with this. It'll tell you how much life's left on the battery and everything. Alright, so we got her hooked up. Here we are. You have a check with waveform, playback, record, setup, and multimeter. I kind of like the multimeter. I've tried that. It's not a touch screen. You have to hit the buttons. I'm going to check the battery. Now it's 12 volt. Quick test. I don't know what the capacity is. 62. Yes, 62 amp hour. We'll do 60. %. Am I right? 62 amp hour capacity rating, 600 cranking amps. 600 cold cranking amp. 29%. You want a battery tester? There you go. It makes beepy noises and tests your battery. And oh, let's go back to the multimeter. Thought that was kind of neat too. There it is. It's showing the charge is okay. So I'd say this battery is definitely junk. So from one Chinese product to the other. Oh, please sound good and work. This thing. Getting in now. This is a chore on my left. Oh, it sounds good. It's not real raspy now. Still doesn't really sound like a VQ though. But I don't have any exhaust leaks. That's actually good for a daily driver. It sounds pretty good. Also, our check engine light came right back on. So. Closed loop. Alright, so my guess of why this doesn't sound like your traditional VQ is because of the headers. They're equal like headers, and that's why why I don't get the trumpet sound out of this. And that's it's good sounding, but this does not sound like my Z at all. I had to loosen that strut bar to take the cover off. I was looking around. This is the Bank 2 upstream O2 sensor that I'm getting no signal from. I unplugged it, so it was plugged in. So I unplugged it. I don't see anything wrong there. It does look like an old sensor, so it could just be that it's done. I'm going to plug it back in, try to clear the code, see where I get from there, but this is where I'm at. Alright, so that O2 sensor wasn't even in that tight, so I took it out, I cleaned it, which I cleaned it right there beside that brake clean bottle right there. Well, it wasn't that dirty. So I really don't think this is going to fix that issue. We probably just need an O2 sensor. It's an expensive one. Yeah, it's nice. It ranges from like $150 to $200 for that. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to clear the codes and we're going to start her up again and see if it comes right back, which is what I expect. Also, if you plan on doing this, make sure you get the exhaust extremely hot before you decide to go wrenching on those O2 sensors. That way you can burn your arm on the exhaust several times while you're up in there. Just, that's a pro tip. So we currently don't have any codes. See if my battery's dead. Just waiting to see how long it takes for this O2 sensor. Let's read data stream, see if I can bring up the O2 sensors. So you can see right there at B2, Bank 2, it's not fluctuating, and that's the, yep, there we go, check engine light just came on. So you should normally see it fluctuate. That looks like a straight line to me. Yep, there's the first one, Bank 1. Yep, that sucks. Alright, so we know our issue there. I'm trying to get out.
Yay!
I'm going to try to fit this skid plate. I want to see how it fits, and also I got to fix this rear shock. So I already have the wheel off back here. Let's fix that rear shock real quick. Well, that was the last piece of the suspension needed. All the suspension is fixed now. That was an expensive repair, but I tried to just get the bottom piece. I asked them to send me this, and they told me 140 bucks, but when it came like this. So, oh well, I did beat this one up, so $200 later. Alright, so the skid plates right here. Come with all the hardware, everything you need. The front piece, we can tie our plastic pieces into this, but I don't know that I'm going to hang this right now because the front bumper needs to come off. I'll give you all this hardware. There's no nuts inside of that, so I'm wondering if they do give you plastic push pins. Okay. Give you a number of bolts with these speed nuts and these plastic pins. I can hang this up here. I think we got to replace these little ones with the ones in the kit. Although the bolts fit, I'd rather use the ones in the kit. Alright, so my battery's almost dead, so I went ahead and put this up. The fitment it was okay. But now the inner fenders are tied into it. And yeah, I said I wasn't going to bolt the bumper on, but I was like, screw it, I'll just try it anyways. You can see how beat the bottom of this bumper is. That front lip hides all that. But yeah, and you're supposed to be able to tie into the bumper with this front lip, and that's just not going to happen. I can see it's going to be glued, and it's going to be tied in on the sides. Not glued, it's going to be taped along the center there. If it starts getting loose, I'll put a black screw in it. You won't even see. I have some small ones. But there's going to be screws back here, and I could possibly put one underneath right there, but you can see how far off the bumper is from that. But yeah, this is pretty neat. I think the oil is going to drain into it, and it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get to the filter. And this is a little bit of a pain to get out because there's an aluminum shield or an aluminum brace right there where this is, and this doesn't want to fold down whenever you do that. Now, when I say this thing didn't fit very well, there's bolts that are up inside here, and I had to bend these brackets in so that they would meet. Now, this is a solid aluminum subframe right here, so there's no reason that those holes would be off. So, I mean, these two lined up, but then those ones were just, it was a pain. So I had to bend those in just to get them to meet up. And then now this thing's a pain to get on and off. I actually trimmed part of it over there. For $200 for a skid plate like that, I would assume it would fit better than that, but I don't know. It didn't. So, but it's on there, and it does look good, and it's definitely going to sturdy up the front end. But anyways, how about I slap the wheel on this, and I'll do a quick, and I mean quick, I mean extremely quick trip through Mexico, just to get a feel, see what those cats sound like, and we'll see how it does. And now I got all the suspension parts on, everything's tied up. Oh, I didn't tie the center fender. I got a couple things to do, but let me get back to you once I get this thing outside. Alright, let's go for a little drive. Yeah. Bolted the front lip on, just temporarily, got my inner fender straightened out. Wheel back on. I think everything looks good, everything's good. Only thing left is the driver. Got a license plate light out, just noticed that. Sounds good though, it's not over. This sounds really good, and I changed all the hardware to that smaller stuff over here. I really like that, so happy with that. Let's take a quick spin. If anybody's wondering, the air conditioning is still working wonderful. Washer fluid is low. That's the sonar beeping because of that one in the bumper. Okay, so the sonar's off now. Much better. Hopefully we don't scrape this lip back. This thing rides actually pretty nice for being on coilovers. Okay, it's got a little VQ grumble whenever you drive, whenever you get on it. This thing is quick, like that's quarter throttle. This thing feels really, really good. It's surprising to me. It sounds good with the cats on it. It's nice, and it's got a deep rumble, and that's it. Sounds good. Hopefully we don't scrape here. Oh, we did. That was a nice hump though. Yeah, This is drivable. It's drivable now. I got it. It's decent. Jesus, this thing feels like it pulls harder than my Z. I'm telling you. Maybe it does. Oh, she scraped. Probably scraped all the paint right off that lip I just put on. That's nice. This is why I can't have low cars. I'm telling you. I just scraped a crap ton. But, yeah, okay. So, I need to get another car in the garage right now because that's what we're working on tomorrow. And I'm rubbing on something. I'm scraping. I'm scratching. This is not good. I'm gonna have to investigate this because you know what? It could have been that inner fender rubbing, and if that's the case, it wasn't. It's on extreme turns and stuff. It was rubbing. Let me check. It might not have been my front lip, and that would be awesome. I better grab the keys since I'm leaving it outside. Guess what, boys? It wasn't the front lip. I got down underneath, checked it. It has to be the inner fenders rubbing somewhere. And now I can see like possibly a rub mark right there. But it could have been like really far up in. It could have rubbed on that top part, or it could have rubbed back there when I had the wheel cut. Which actually right here looks like could have been a rub mark. And really far in there, looks like could have been a rub mark. So I'd say it's our inner fender rubbing and not the front lip. So we might be at a good height. This is exciting. Although this thing does have a long wheelbase, and I did scrape the underside on a hump. This one rode one up and then straightened out. Yeah, I did scrape the exhaust or something underneath. Wasn't really bad, but I did. Right there, this turd. We gotta finish it. So next video. Hopefully, third time's the charm. The title also finally came for this thing. And then we need to mount this wing. This thing is filthy. I'm gonna have to wash the car before I even attempt this, but that looks good. Yeah. And one other thing, the backup camera's not working, so I'm gonna take that out. My Sorrento, I took the camera out of it one time because it quit working, and it had a bunch of corrosion on the inside. Cleaned everything up, used alcohol, cleaned the electrical connectors, wire brushed the corrosion out, put it all back together, and the camera worked ever since on that. So that was a good fix. We're gonna try it on this. It's another Kia. It's probably the same camera. And I got a heck of a deal on some stuff at a yard sale. An electric hoist, a drill press. That's nice. I also got a bolt bend. That electric hoist is gonna go up there. So that means I'm gonna have to take my banner down. And I'm also gonna have to take my uh-oh meter string down, I think. I wanna have it so I can move it side to side so we can lift things up. Pretty nice. So if you like this episode, smash that like button, consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom's cat is a test pipe now and not a cat anymore.
I can see straight through this puppy.
And we'll see you on the next episode of
Unwrapped. did you kitties? You guys having a stare off? Yeah? How are you doing? Get your teddy bear. Get him. You're supposed to go get it. Go get your tape. Ow! Little monster.